Let's go hotter than an Italian espresso. It's a rematch. It's the meat event. It's Israel Adesanya, the last stylebender, taking on Marvin Vettori, aka the Italian Dream. We saw these guys fight the first time around. It was essentially 3 years ago to the day, and it was a super close fight. It was Izzy's only split decision in his career. Obviously, we saw him get that first L most recently against Jan Blachowicz, but as far as what he's done at middleweight, his closest fight for sure was probably Marvin Vettori. I mean, obviously there was the all-time classic versus Kelvin, but he was able to get a finish in that one. And in the Vettori fight, it was one where a judge picked Marvin to win that fight. So super excited for this rematch. Izzy is a minus 260 favorite. Marvin is plus 200, but Marvin is just an angry dude who seems like all he's been thinking about since that 2018 split decision loss to Izzy was getting a shot at him again because he's been on an absolute tear since that loss. He ran through the Joker Hermanson, he ran through Kevin Holland, and he ran through a couple other guys in between. And he's got a truly well-versed skill set. He can do it all. He can crack on the feet. He's got deceptively fast hands, and when he gets you to the mat, he's got a serious pressure and a heavy BJJ game as well. So Izzy seems to be very confident as always going into this rematch. He says he styled on Marvin the last time they fought. What are your thoughts on this rematch? Do you think the Italian Dream is finally ready, or does Izzy just kind of make light work, almost like he did versus the Eraser, where it just wasn't even close? How do you see this meat event going down?
Yeah, this is just a rematch that was, the inevitable. These are the two best guys in the division. Last loss was versus Izzy for Marvin. Angry Marvin has just been absolutely just ripping people apart. I mean, dude is an absolute psychopath savage, and that's why I think we all love to see. We love to see the face off. He gets so amped. He's just like Chael says, his new nickname should be Angry Marvin, not the Italian Dream, which I do agree with. But yeah, old Block, he's coming in. I think he's coming in heavy. I think he's coming in quick, fast, cardio to the top of the peak. And I don't think Izzy's practicing grappling. I think he's practicing wrestling takedown defense, but not actual wrestling. So if he does get taken down, I mean, Marvin's just a holder caliber on the ground. And I think he's going to get mauled. And I see that's what's going to happen. But honestly, even standing up, I think Marvin's going to get it done wherever it goes. Um, but this is the GOAT. This is Izzy. Izzy has been smashing all legends his whole career, except for the Polish Power. No one can touch that man. But that's props to him for going up. So it'll be interesting to see how his mental game is after that loss. Is he still there? Is he okay with defeat? So he's not training as hard, or is the ego not there because he lost and he knows he can lose now? In the UFC. Very interesting stuff. But yeah, I gotta go with Marvin. Um, you know, Pretty crazy that Marvin's lost before Israel Adesanya is Antonio Carlos Jr., who got cut from the UFC. Props to him for getting that win. But Marvin has clearly learned and absolutely mauled everyone after that, besides Izzy. And I think he's coming for blood. He wants to be the first Italian champ, and I think he's gonna get it.
Yeah, quick shout out to Shoeface, right? And very surprising that Shoeface was able to get that done over Marvin for sure. But you mentioned a lot of great points in this one. And, I'm curious to see, like you mentioned, how does Israel, respond? How does he rebound off of that first loss? Because there was sort of that air of invincibility that surrounded Adesanya for so long. And now that he has been proven mortal, you wonder if the blueprint is now out and if Marvin can replicate exactly what Jan Blachowicz was able to do in that 205 affair. And if we think about that first contest between Vittoria and Adesanya, where did Vittoria have his success? Well, it was late in the fight. It was in the third round, and it was on the ground, right? He found a way to get the fight down there. He wasn't able to do too much damage there, but he did have maybe 90 seconds or 2 minutes of control time. So it seems like because we were at that fight, it seemed almost like a too little, too late type strategy for Marvin Vettori. And you wonder if now that we've seen a 5 round prolonged on the ground dominance from Adesanya against Polish brother, then maybe Marvin can do that same thing and a little bit earlier in the fight as opposed to so late like he did last time. So I'm with you. I'm going to be going with the Italian Dream to pull off this upset. We're kind of in the minority in this one, though, Meat. If we look at Tapology, 80% is going with Adesanya, majority of it by KO, TKO. So they think that what he did to Eraser, what he did to Whitaker, and what he did to Brunson and others is what's going to happen to Vittori. But I happen to like Vittori in this one. I think that he'll be able to keep it close enough on the feet. But like you mentioned, the ticket to success is on the ground for this one. And I'm hopeful that Marvin can get it there and confident he will. So very stoked to see this one live. This place is going to be absolutely popping. Any last thoughts on Stylebender versus Italian Dream?
No, this card is stacked. This is a dream card. I'm very excited to go and see this live. I mean, Marvin Izzy 2, Figgy Morano 2, and then Nathaniel
Nate
Diaz
Diaz.
versus freaking Leon Scott. I mean, and then the list goes on and on. I mean, this card is just absolutely stacked. I don't know how Uncle Dana's going to top this one, but I'm excited to see. But yeah, I mean, stay tuned. Check out other videos. Who you guys think? You got Stylebender? Or you going with the Meat Boys with the minority and Angry Marvin's gonna get the ground and pound TKO finish? Let us know in the comments and subscribe and check out our other videos.
Jordan.